Good morning to everyone who are joining us today. Welcome to all school students, teachers, parents, and not forgetting all UMS students and all UMS staff present in this session today. Thank you, and we meet again for today's session of STEM Speaker Series. For those who have any question, please feel free to drop your question on the chat box at the right side of this YouTube live session. Please be informed that for today's session, a certificate will be given to school student and UMS student. But to get the a certificate, student must fill in the form through a QR code or by the link which will be shared at the end of the program today. So please stay tuned with us. So without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Saverinus Phillip P. Kitingan, our speaker for today's program. So good morning, sir. How are you today?
Morning. Fine. Good morning
Okay.
and you know.
Before we start, I would like to read a little biodata about our speaker today. So Mr. Saverinus is a president SATA, which is Sabah Technopreneur Association. He was co-founder and president of Sabah Technopreneur Association, which was established in 2010. He finished his study in University of Aberdeen in Scotland, UK in 1993. He is also founder of Sabah Got Ideas in 2011 and Pitch Borneo in 2014. In 2019 and 2020, he became mentor and judge of V Creator and Idea Pitch competition by PAM GS Face. He became president in Toy Hunt Toastmaster Club in 2017 until 2018, and he is awarded Distinguished Toastmaster in 2018. He got Enable Award in 2020 from Sabah Creative Economy and Innovative Center. So without further ado, please welcome Mr. Saverinus to give talk about pitching online.
Thank you, Izzat, and very good morning to you all. Yeah. I can I'd like to start with thanking UMS for inviting me to be the one of the speaker today. It's going to be a 2 hours, about 2 hours mere sessions, and it's more about pitching. Yeah, more about pitching. So allow me to share slides. So along the way, this is what I've been doing for the past 10 years. Ya. Nanti saya cakap mencampur-campur dulu ya. Hold on a second. Do inform me if there is any challenges with the audio or video, yeah? Okay. Can you look at the slides? Can you see the slide? Okay, guys.
Okay, sir, I can see the slide.
Okay. All right. Okay. So in the new norm, even the pitching is online. When the pitching is online, whether you're ready or not, you're forced to go to it. And I call this workshop, Are You Ready to Pitch? Online. For It's a very brief 2 hours, but I'm sure you'll gain something from it that you can make use of even now, or if you're final year students after you graduate. But let me bring you up with a bit of the facts that you're facing here, especially for students. Yeah. Ask yourself, I mean, how many of you already been hired before you graduated, if you're final year, how many of you already been scouted by big companies out there yang guarantee ada kerja sudah, especially at this time of pandemic, where you find that maybe your seniors yang sudah graduate dulu and found a job could be out of job now because of the pandemic. Pandemic is one thing. What you have studied in the university, does it fit into the current job environment, young vacancies out there? It's always the case whereby the market asks for different things. It just doesn't fit sometimes. Not just sometimes, but most of the times now. And especially now with the pandemic again, things has changed the whole I would say economy, or even the entrepreneurship side. It has to be redesigned. So think of it, what are your options if you can get the job? A little bit about job skills that required. This is just to kacau minda sikit. And you might be thinking whether the courses that you have taken now and you're at final year, is it suitable for the job market? Do you get the skills that in demand by ini 2030, by 2030, let's say, and it's very just berapa tahun lagi, kan? Berapa tahun lagi, and then even now it's like most of these things are required. Communications, thinking, human design, thinking, solving maths. Siapa yang in maths faculty, I think it'd be good for you lah. Advanced technology, verbal communications, interpersonal skills. These are job skills in demand. Besides whatever qualifications you have out there, this is what we're looking for. And I've interviewed a few like graduates. Good results, very good result. But when it comes to interviews, communications, that's the part where it was a bit sad. Sorry to say, but it's a fact. It's a fact. Yeah. So what options do you have? What I'm going to show you today or share with you today could be an options for you out there. And what I'm going to bring will be how you pitch. And pitching could be, well, I will present it from the point of view as an entrepreneur and as people who do pitching competitions, and from the point of view if you were to pitch a business idea. If you're tired looking for jobs, create one. And the best way to create one is to become entrepreneur. A little bit about myself yang sudah si Izzat bagi tahu sikit tadi. Okay. I'm as old as some of your fathers, I think. Okay. And I graduated, I had my degree in 93, and after that 2017, I did my MBA in Unitar. I was working actually with Sage Williams after that, but then most of the time, especially past 10 years, I was more into trainings. Yeah. I was more into trainings, and we actually set up in a Sabah Techpreneur Association to create more entrepreneurs in Sabah, and we created what we call Pitch Borneo juga. Yeah. So this is the NGO that I'm heading at the moment, and we are focused on utilizations of ICT in entrepreneurship development, because we find out that when you go into entrepreneurship kan, kau tidak boleh kasi tinggal to ICT bah. As simple as jual goreng pisang, you'll be marketing your stalls with WhatsApp, using the social media. Yeah. So our vision here as a NGO in Sata is to create a techpreneur in every family. Combination of technology and entrepreneurs, so we call them techpreneur lah. And so you can imagine if we can create one entrepreneur in every family, satu usahawan di setiap keluarga, can imagine how the ecosystem of the economy would be. Yeah? Okay. These are some of our programs. Pitch Bonnier is one of it, the main one. Okay, our collaborators, including UMS. In fact, we just started last year with our entrepreneurs, collaboration with UMS for they will provide the research, scientific research and marketing research for our entrepreneurs that need the drop their products to be discovered further. Yeah, our Sabah Creative Economy juga and SingSoft, few others. Yeah, and we're trying to get more collaborations, more and more collaborations nowadays. Now, in doing when we pitch, even our program itself, yeah, our main program di Satani is a Pitch Bonnier. Pitch Bonnier is a platform whereby you can develop, refine, and pitch your ideas with the chances to get funding worth 20K. Every year, we give out for the 10 best ideas, kan, we give out funding worth 20K for each of the 10 best ideas, and we are thankful to Kementerian Sains, Teknologi dan Inovasi yang Sabah yang has been supporting us for the past 10 years. Now, 11th year kami buat ni program. So what I found out in the past 10 years is this. These are the 4 pillars that you must have at least, kan, when you are thinking of pitching your idea. Kalau kau sudah puas cari kerja and you think you're going into entrepreneurships, which is the best way to create jobs, not only for you but also for others, your friends, come up with a very good idea. A good idea, not necessarily very complicated. Sometimes it's a very simple idea that get funded in Pitch Bonnier, as simple as inovasi goreng inovasi krepek pisang pelbagai rasa. Yeah, as simple as how cookies. Those are ideas that I funded before. Yeah. And these are the 4 pillars. Idea is one. You must have a very strong value propositions as well. Yeah, nilai tawaran. What does it take for people to come to you? Apa nilai tawaran yang kau ada sampai kau boleh tarik yang dari luar tu untuk jadi kau punya customers? And the other thing is money. If you don't have money, then you still find a way to pitch how to get that money, how to start your business, and you must have a good team. And this is what we had when we pitched, in fact, Pitch Bonnier to the ministry at that time. Yeah, we were an NGOs baru set up in 2010, and what we had was this Sabah Got Ideas. That was originally what we had. Sabah Got Ideas. And it all started actually with Startup Weekend. There was one that we co-organized with the Dash from KL. And Startup Weekend, dia ni dari Fridays, dia bikin Friday, 3 hari, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it's an international program funded by Kaufman Foundation. And the trainer that came was orang putih. But what we saw there was a cultural shock. Then that was in early 2011, late 2010. Cultural shock for among our friends, entrepreneurs yang kami tarik masuk, of ideas, pitching ideas, that culture. Yeah, apa ini idea pitching? Some people were wondering what we were doing. From that program, we redesigned and localized it. And I submitted the proposal to the ministry, and we pitched that one, what we call Sabah Got Ideas then. So that was the beginning. And over the years, we refine and develop the ideas further. Yeah. So we had a very unique idea because we don't have local punya pitching platform, business pitching platform in Sabah then. Yeah, even now, I think we are the only one yang really local yang masih buat ni. We also have, I think Shell Life Wire is Sabah and Sarawak, um, sponsored by Shell. And we have Sabah Entrepreneurs Creators, I think SEC. That one just started 2 years ago. We have another one called Pitch Bar, targeting the younger school children. So it just started. But for us, we've been as far as 2011. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have money then, but we managed to pitch to the ministry to give NGO to give us grant to start, and that's how we then develop. But the good thing, the best thing was we had a very good team to work with, and whether you are an NGO ataupun a company, yeah, other organizations, these four pillars you need that in order for you to sustain, and we have sustained until now. The other things that why we sustain was because of we keep on innovating, we keep on refining and finding new ideas how to make our orang bilang tawaran kami, nilai kami itu, the values become sought after by participants. So kalau when dulu kami baru mula kan, the event was free. Free pun punya susah mau cari orang. They do not understand apa ba ini pitching culture ni. Ada well, there was even some a fellow who think that kami punya event was a scam. Ada orang bagi 20,000. So it was a struggle for us, but we keep on refining. It's hard to find participants last time. Now bila kami buka saja online, even at 100, 200 kan, we have even people on waiting list to join our program. And because we limit 30 peserta saja, a bit of about pitch bonding, ya. And we rebranded, in fact, Sabah Got Ideas in 2014 jadi kepada pitch bonding. So the past 10 years, it's all about business pitch. But how do you get this? If you were to start a business, how do you get that? Yeah, but before that, how do we survive until now? Nowadays, it has to be pandemic proof, and semua pun online. In 2011 to 2019, we can still do a physical punya event where you pitch in front of the judges, yeah, a 2 days program. Last year, we started to slowly evolve into online, yeah. Yang kami boleh group sana were the judges, yeah. But the participants have to pitch online. At that time, there were still some hotels that opened up. Nowadays, hotel pun tidak buka, no venue to do the event, even to group just 10 people there for the pitch day. Kan? So it's 100% online. Even the pitching platform and judging platform is 100% online. So if you were to come out with a business idea now to pitch or get funding, think of the worst situations, how to pandemic proof your idea. If we have another total lockdown, how can you innovate that your idea still orang bilang berjalan walaupun semua kena tutup sini sana, tidak boleh rentas daerah and all that. How do you make your business idea still relevant or business still relevant? Yeah. Yeah. In order to get all that, you need to look at this one. And I will not go through this whole thing, but because some of you may, kalau yang buat entrepreneurship, they would have gone through this BMC, business model canvas. This is the first thing kalau kamu ada business idea, Ini yang kamu patut buat dulu ya. This is what you should do. But I will not go through in detail untuk ini. Just skim through a bit for a general knowledge mungkin, and I will focus more on how to have a good pitch. Yeah, because you need this to extract out all your information to do your pitch. So I will try to do it as simple as possible, not in detail. Uh, those of you who have done this before and have orang bilang ada sudah business idea kamu, you may even want to create your business ideas. Yeah, but very briefly I will go through this one. Yeah, but the most important thing is why. Why BMC? Because itulah kamu punya. It's like a blueprint. Yeah, and you don't do it once. You, of course, you really need to do it kalau kau baru mau start with your business ideas. Yeah, before you pitch, you must have this. Before you can pitch your ideas, you must have this so that you can extract out apa nilai tawaran dia. Who are your teams? Who are your partners to work with? Who are your customers? And many do not realize the power of this, because sometimes when they get stuck, especially the pandemic, and some of the entrepreneurs call me up how to. So I said, go back to your BMC, buat balik. You will find that a lot of this business model will change, especially during this pandemic. I call it the DNA of business. This is time crisis sekarang ni. This is the best time to reset, reimagine, and re-strategize. In fact, ada businesses yang baru dibuat, itu bukan time pandemic ni. Banyak bisnes yang tutup, ada juga bisnes yang baru buka naik. Dan ada bisnes yang time pandemic dia punya bisnes yang naik, especially delivery services, dan ada yang totally tutup, gone. So you go back to your BMC, how you make your business pandemic proof. Kalau kau baru start, then it's good that you have all the options, yeah, before you really move in and pitch your ideas to get funding. Just briefly, what business model is all about. Describes the rationale of how an organization actually creates, delivers, captures value. Values, nilai tawaran. Yes. This is where your money, you see how you make money. Yeah, but selain dari, because nobody's going to a business untuk rugi, betul tidak? You want to make money, but how you make money, you'll have all these elements around you. And the best way to look at it is from these 9 blocks of BMC. Okay, I will not go through in detail, just to get to know that there are one of it that you need to know before you pitch your ideas. Get to know who are your customers. Okay, because customer is money. Your idea could be suitable for all. Your idea may be very niche for a very high class punya product or market. Kan? It could be segmented like bank. Bank is dia punya customers tu dia bagi-bagi, ikut dia punya asset value. Yeah, some with 1 million above punya deposit, one segment, 500,000 below one segment, those yang 100,000 below one segment, those yang 1-200 lagi tinggal one segment. So they know how to market their products. It's banyak produk ya kan. Credit card, you don't push platinum to those yang 3,000 100 push the million. It's good to know who your customers are. Could be diversified or multi-sided. Multi-sided ni, if you're a Boost user, that's one. They're interdependent. Macam Grab is interdependent. So these are business that business model that started to come up now. Memang sudah ada pun, like Grab, it's interdependent. Grab needs a driver who's doing it like a business, and the customers who are actually using that apps. The same thing with the credit card. Yeah, the merchant and the use of the credit card. So interdependent. A lot of business model are coming up with this. Yeah, ada yang buat apps for delivery. Yeah, it's the same thing. Who are your customers? Get to know your customers, and of course, this is very important. What is the value there? What is the benefits for customers? If kau punya idea ni solve a problem or not? If you don't have idea out there, I always tell people, kau cari masalah. Jangan buat masalah. Kau cari masalah di luar sana, find out the solution and monetize the solution. If you can make money from that solution, that's a very good business idea. Ya, macam kita sekarang, we need to be connected. Kalau tiada line, kita complain sudah. So it solve a problem of connectivity. That's why the telcos make very good money. Yeah, and if you're using, and I always use telcos as example, some of us may have been with Celcom, DG, or Maxis. Terus ada yang tukar. Sing lagi Celcom, Maxis, pergi DG lagi, balik lagi pergi Maxis, lama-lama tapau habis semua. Why? Kalau di Sabah very ketat yang ada yang tempat tiada line kan, kalau balik kampung tiada line, you have to get another telcos. And nowadays they offer with unlimited data, yang satu limited, but the speed is more. So people are going from one telcos to another because of this value propositions. Yeah? Value propositions. So if your business ideas have a very strong value propositions that kau boleh tarik customer dari yang sebelah sana pergi pindah di tempat kau, that's a very good business pitch. So value proposition is one. To be quantitative or price or speed. There you go. Some people change because the design is better on this one, and they must be using a brand. So we've been as customers, we make choices because of the value proposition. But how do we deliver that? You have to think how you, especially now kalau pandemic proof kan, you have a product, nice product, orang mau, tapi or maybe orang tidak tahu sekarang. So it will have to go through these phases. Yeah, they need to know. Then once they know, they will evaluate. Once they evaluate, then maybe they will purchase. Kalau di supermarket tu ada yang bagi kau free testers, that's what they do. Yeah. But the supermarket, you can just take it up from the shelf. But with your business now, if you're doing it at home, you post on Facebook. How do you deliver bila ada orang order? Yeah, that's the challenges of the new norm nowadays. And after sales, forget about after sales. So this whole thing here slowly create a blocks of kau punya BMC. BMC is very important to know before you can pitch an idea. So very quickly, okay, customer relationships is how you tie them, keep this customer, and get new customer and keep customer. Yeah, sometimes you may be sponsoring event like Hotlink. They like to sponsor dulu lah some concerts because it relates to a group of youth, which is diorang punya big market. Special offer, loyalty program, those are customer relationships. Sometimes it's not about the product. Sometimes kau pergi tu kedai yang bukan juga paling sedap makanan dia, tapi dia punya service boleh tahan. The tauke makes you feel like important. So sometimes people go do that because of that. So it's also boost sales. Yeah. So that's the fourth block, and of course your revenue stream. How many revenue streams you have? 1, 2, 3. If you're doing bakery or jewel cake, maybe you want to do training as well. Course, maybe you want to do online on my virtual, there is now what called my virtual experience where people sell diorang punya content, online. Tourism is really affected by the pandemic. Some are doing it online now. So there were this yang online ni where you can follow paying as low as maybe RM5, RM10 kan, and then they'll have a sessions where they bring you around one place. So kau tengok sana lah macam movie. Yeah. So it's this kind of thing sells. People are locked down, they have time to look at revenue streams. The one-time transactions atau sewa. Key resources mainly your resources that you really need. Kalau tiada itu kan tidak boleh jalan kau punya business. So get to know. You need factory, financial, those doing painting ataupun buat apps development, you need to register your intellectual properties. Nanti kan actually human, of course, human resources, and you starts with you. Kalau tiada kau tidak boleh jalan to business. So you have to think of it. Key activities that if you don't do, your business will not work. So you have to think all of this before you can pitch a big good business ideas. Like if you don't do a production at the moment, then tidak jalan lah itu. If you don't solve the problem of connectivity at the moment, tidak jalan lah itu business. If the telcos do not maintain dua punya towers, tiada line lah kita, then people will be complaining. That's one of the main activities, to maintain itu towers so the connectivity remains there. Some people may be like, okay, marketing. But tapi itu tahu tidak akan maintain kau market macam mana pun orang will still complain nanti. So it will, and these activities, key activities changes as your business grow. And I'll show you the examples nanti. Key partners. Everybody needs a partners nowadays to collaborate. And it could be a strategic alliance between non-competitors. Masing-masing support each other. Our communities of entrepreneurs support each other di Sabah especially. Or competitions, more like cartel. They set up persatuan, macam persatuan taksi and persatuan pemborong penjajah-penjajah. Okay. One of the thing there is they will control the market, especially on the pricing. So you go to one place to another place, lebih kurang sama saja, because they have agreement among them. Or a joint venture. Some of you may have good idea in agriculture, then ada orang yang luas tanah dia, can do a joint venture. Or what developers usually do, joint venture with landowner to a property development. Or buyer-supplier relationships. And this is very important. You need a few partners, kau punya supplier, so that your business will keep on running. You need partners for your delivery, so that kau punya produk jalan. You need partner yang, for example, the bakeries need partners with the tukang supply tepung there, or all the raw materials, and not just one, there'll be a few. And of course, the ninth one would be cost structure. What are the costs involved? So could be fixed, could be variable. Kalau yang jual ikan itu kadang-kadang harga turun naik. Tenggiri RM9 bila cuaca kurang baik jadi RM15 1 kilo. It could be, are you cost driven or value driven? Cost driven, the best example is macam AH punya business model dulu. They're cost driven. They prepare platform for you to kau buat sendiri, kau book sendiri, kau check in sendiri. Yeah, they don't even print a ticket for you. You do it yourself. So they're cost driven because every dollar they save means another dollar to the profit margin. What about your business model? Or mungkin you are targeting a different kind of customer segment and you are value driven. Value driven ni lagi mahal produk lagi lah orang ambil. And this is mostly like luxurious item lah, limited edition cars. So dia target pun yang memang target customer pun yang very orang bilang wealthy. So these are the 9 blocks. The 9 blocks that you must get to know before you can pitch an idea. All this start with your customer, the value propositions and all that. Okay. So you can get this kind of form a lot available in Google. Those doing entrepreneurships, I think it's easy for you to understand this one. Yeah, but I try to make it as simple as possible to know more in detail. Go online and learn about it. There is even canvas and they call it lean canvas. Yeah. But the most basic one to start with, kalau kamu pitch kau punya business ideas, is get to know about your business landscape, the whole thing. The best is create your own BMC dulu. Create your own BMC. So basically what your BMC would tell you is this. Yeah, the customer is who you help, the value positions is how you help. Sini how you help. Okay. Basically, it's that. But the more interesting thing is, and perhaps what is this got to do with BMC? And tidak tahu kalau yang those taking entrepreneurship knows about this or not. And if you have any questions along the way, kau boleh tanya juga. Okay. Well, the expert says our brands left and right. Yeah, right brand more on emotions lah, arts, music, semua yang more into that punya activity uses the right brand. If you're an accountant, engineers, mostly you use the left brand. That's what the expert said. What's it got to do with BMC? If you look at the business canvas, it's almost like the structure of your brand. But right in the middle is the value propositions, because it could be something which is quantitative. It could be about quality that attracts people. It could be about the beauty of that thing, which is mostly about that hits the emotions. But it could be very because of the price. Yang orang calculative ni will look at that as an attractions. Yeah. So it's somewhere in the middle. So if you look at the rest of it, can mostly on left canvas, need the right canvas. What's it got to do with pitch? You need to look at this kan, because when you pitch, it's all about passion, emotion. Yeah, and you need to know what part of the BMC that you can orang bilang trigger on or take advantage on to make your pitch more effective. Nanti I'll show you, then you understand more. Okay. This is a simple Coca-Cola punya advertisement. Advertisement BMC. You notice that if your brand is strong enough, the brand itself becomes a value proposition, like Coca-Cola. Itulah dia letak sana Coca-Cola. Everybody knows Coca-Cola. Kalau dapat sponsor with Coca-Cola, it's already a big thing. To have their logo is already a big thing. Or other names like McDonald's or KFC. Yeah. Passing by, kalau Jalan Sulaman tu ada Big M kan. Kalau siapa yang ada anak, they will experience it. Yeah. Nampak tu M saja terpaksa mau singgah. Anak pun tahu sudah they need Happy Meals. So the brand itself is, when the brand is strong enough, the brand itself is already a value proposition. So when you start a business idea, think of your branding even at that stage. What name are you going to use? What logo are you going to make so your marketing will be effective? So basically, kalau Coca-Cola dia punya customer segment is all the large retail outlets, small shops, bukan direct to us. Yeah, we buy from the supermarkets, and these are their things. Yeah. Distributions, scales, manual distributions, customer relationship. See, sometimes they give free fridge sana kedai-kedai kan, yang jangan obat merah, Coca-Cola, di kedai kopi itu kalau nampak sana, wah, first month memang semua produk Coca-Cola saja yang ada sana. Second month kalau datang sayur pun ada dalam icebox. Kan? So, well, this is the orang bilang local culture. Revenue streams mostly box sales and retail price. Now, coba tengok key activity dia. Of course, dia punya production line, bottling, distribution, and all this. But you look at that, marketing has been one of the key activity. When you are at that brand at the top and you want to maintain at the top, and ada satu brand lagi yang bubut-bubut kau, you'll find that marketing would turn out to be one of your main activity di sana. Yeah, and they pay a lot. Kalau kau tengok cost structure there, they spend a lot on marketing. Pepsi and Coca-Cola has always been a rival. They're willing to spend millions to pay celebrities untuk berapa 4-5 seconds of advertisement. Their key resources, of course, don't punya recipe, the bottling and all that. Don't punya partners, Sampo, which is the supply of the bottle, and the distribution, because these are orang bilang yang paling utama. Kalau tiada yang distribute dorang punya kasih supply dorang botol, nah it be very challenging for Bola. So think of your business. You need to know all this and lay out kau punya BMC. Then you have the information effective for your pitch. This is ours when we pitch when we pitch the business. Well, it is a business for us lah. Pitch Borneo, yeah, one of the program has been creating entrepreneurs in Sabah. Yeah. Innovation-driven entrepreneurship, inilah kami punya customer segment, government agencies, and of course, Kementerian Sains, Teknologi dan Inovasi. We create entrepreneurs. Itulah kami punya what we presented to the government last time. We want to create more entrepreneurs, and okay, show it to us. Yeah. Of course, a techpreneur in every family. The 20K punya tarikan for the entrepreneurs. Yeah. And nowadays we use social media and Zoom promote. Dulu we advertise even in newspaper, but it's no longer, especially now, we don't advertise newspapers sudah, because most people look at Facebook, like all the social media. Sekarang newspaper tutup, and they are all moving into online. All the other things lah that we have here. So this is, and this one in the first beginning dulu line dulu. Yeah, now line lagi, because especially this is the latest one that I did lah, especially now with the pandemic. We have to change. We have to look back at our BMC and how our ideas still relevant platform, especially for the entrepreneurs. Okay, heavy sudah kan? Okay, we take kalau online nih kadang-kadang it's very straining. So we take maybe 5 minutes break dulu. Okay? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Stop share dulu.
So we take a break 5 minutes first. So for students who have any question, you may write down the question in the YouTube chat, and I will read it at the end of this program. So we will see in 2 minutes.
ready to pitch? Uh, we're back. The new norm kalau ada tea break buat kopi sendiri sudah. Not like in the old days where the hotel will provide the coffee. Okay, let us continue with what I've shared just now, yeah? Are you ready to pitch? So this is about BMC. Why I bring that up? Because inilah dia punya one of the key things that you need to know, need to create before you can pitch a very good business ideas. And nowadays with the new norm, you have to be prepared for online. In pitch Borneo, we cannot risk to do a live pitch sebab kita punya connectivity ni kan, it's very challenging. Even doing the workshop pun ada yang in out from the Zoom because the punya connectivity tidak not stable. Ada yang audio dia very bad. So if you were to do live pitch with the judges kan, there might be a lot of problem, especially bila kami limit live pitch 5 minutes. Your 5 minutes might become 10 minutes because of technicalities kan. But one of the way that we did in pitch Borneo was for the participants, they must prepare pitch video. Pitch video pun 5 minit juga. Yeah, pitch video pun 5 minit juga. The way they need to record, and they must not adjust the speed. Atau sekarang ni kan, people are very creative. Ada yang adjust to speed of belum punya film. So the 6 minutes become 5 minutes. Tapi dia cakap macam chipmunk nanti. So we don't want that to happen. So don't do that. Your 5 minutes is like 5 minutes you do a live pitch, but record it, and it's one of those yang kami gunakan for the judges to evaluate. Besides, they provide the pitch slides. They also need to record from 5 minutes pitch. This is one of the pitch video, and when it comes to pitch video, participants tend to be more creative of how they pitch dorang punya business ideas. Yeah. So there's a plus minus juga doing one-to-one pitch physically in front of judges, and when you're doing it pitch video. When you're doing it in front of the judges for 5 minutes, tidak lagi bilang boleh rewind, boleh delete. Yeah. What you say out in 5 minutes, that's it. But doing a pitch video, kau boleh ulang, kau boleh cut, kau boleh edit until you are really satisfied with your pitch video, your 5 minutes, and you can put a lot of element there. And cara penyampaian kau pun it's wide. It's a lot of options for you to present and how you pitch. But the main content of the pitch is the format is still the same. I'll give you one example of pitch video.
It all started with many people are affected. Some is just like this. She is a vegetable seller in my village, selling vegetables. All her vegetables, all and then I decided to turn cheese. that's where it is. Hi, I'm Jalan Salisari, the founder of Kitingan, the new business perfect opportunity. There are four value propositions. First, the product is unique. Second, the innovation. It has 6 different variety of flavors. The SE, support rural communities. And for the customer, the high profit margin for agents. So these are my 6 flavors. The market size industry happened in Malaysia. According to in 2017, it has reached 150 million per year only in Malaysia. For Chukubi, we have a target 0.5% in the year. So this is my market validation in the year 2020, which started in April with 50 packets per month. And just recently, we reached 700 packets per month. So this is my customer validation, which I receive for feedback. I also have regular customers, and I also receive demand orders. The cost and profit provide 10 packets of Chukubi. One Chukubi costs 2 ringgit. For the ingredients, 2 ringgit. Packaging and labels is 5 ringgit. Labor and utility is 8 ringgit. For the marketing is 10 ringgit. For the transportation is 2 ringgit, which is total 29 ringgit. Cost per packet is 2 ringgit 90 cents. Per packet of Chukubi is cost 9 ringgit. So the retail profit is 6 ringgit 10 cents per packet. For agent's price is minimum 50 packs, which is cost 5 ringgit 50 cents per packet and free delivery. Chukubi profit only 2 ringgit 50 cents per packet. So for the business plan, this is a good business opportunity for agents. The mentioned here, the retail price is 9 ringgit, agent's price is 5 ringgit 50 cents, the agent's profit is 3 ringgit 50 cents. One agent with business 300 packets per month, which is making 1,015 profit. I want this business to grow. I want to get 10 agents in 2-3 months. Maybe with 10 agents with 300 packets per month, get 5 cents per month, you'll get 6,500. For the Chukubi profit, with 3,000 packets, get 2 60 cents, you'll get 7,800. This business target is to sell up to 20 agents within 24 months. In order for me to achieve this target, I need this plan. So with the 20,000, first I will upgrade my machines for packaging and labeling. I also will send for the test lab, for nutrients and the expiry date. I also want to go and get the certificates for trademarks and for marketing, for product promoting, and also for my agents. The impact to in production. If before 5 to 700 packets per month produced, through the 20K, there will be 3,000 to 8,000 packets per month. For the revenue, if before 4,500 to 6,300 per month, with the 20K, the revenue will increase to 27 till 72,000 per month. And for job creation, if before one job created, and after there will be 5 to 8 more jobs created. And for agents, now it is none. With the 20K, there will be 10 to 20 more agents. And for products, for now, needs refinement and R&D. But after, more place in attractive packaging and branding. Also, yes, for the conclusion, Kubi is a good investment because it's new and it's made from Kubi. It's also the best opportunity business for agents. It gives big impact on the rural communities, sells vegetable as their first source of income. The stable is no longer needs.
So this is one of the creative video that won top 10 for the 20K funding last year, 20,000. And Jonah is actually frontliners. And ini dia punya side income lah. She targeted within 24 months dapat at least 20 agents kan. But I think within 12 months dia sudah ada 24 kan agents. So the business is growing. So she has to expand their punya human resource to help out because she's also still working. I told her there'll be a time if your business really grows, then you may have to think whether you still want to be working there or build up your business further. And this, if you notice, she started affecting the emotions of the judges with the story of how she started Cukubi, Cukubi during the pandemic. And you can find most of the details yang di sana tu memang you dig out from doing BMC. If you don't do your BMC, you wouldn't have to key informations to pitch your ideas. Now, if you have a platform sudah, you have your BMC, the next thing you need to do is, of course, prepare kau punya pitch deck. Yeah, pitch deck or your pitch slides. And your pitch slides itself must be very, very effective. To do an effective pitch, you have to prepare a very effective punya pitch slides. And most people use PowerPoint, so I'm going to share with effective PowerPoint presentation lah. Okay. So most of my I've done over a few hundred presentations, most of it on PowerPoint. And the past 10 years, trained over 1,200. I've seen 1,200, yeah, over more than that of PowerPoint presentations. And I do this as well to fix orang punya and prepare orang punya PowerPoint presentation. Sometimes they want to do proposals, submit to the well, for funding this and that, or even business proposals submit to government agencies or companies, or even to do orang punya keynote speak. So I fix that for people to make it more presentable, to make it more presentable. But what is EPP? Okay. Basically, these two combines together, create better slides and enhance your presentation skills, because you need these two besides all the information to make an effective presentation of the information yang kau sudah dig out from your BMC. Why? Because of this. We must upgrade. No? Kalau kamu, if you still have this, orang bilang box square TV at home, lepas tu you change to yang widescreen 16:9 punya size of format, I don't think you will go back to the yang square punya kan. That's the trend now. Bila kau tengok punya smartphone pun it's 16:9, most of it at 16:9 punya format sizes, like screen, unlike yang square box itu. So we must upgrade as well to apa yang trending sekarang or what people are used to. So even doing your PowerPoint presentation, kalau kau masih klik yang square punya slides, I advise you to go for the 16:9 punya sizes. Yeah, 16:9 punya sizes. Is that those are the sizes that people relate to now. When they used to that, it's easier for them to extract it, at least from that. Okay, so the first thing you need to do with your slides, 16:9 punya screen. Yeah. PowerPoint failures. Kalau kau punya PowerPoint looks like that, we need to fix those. Okay. Students or lecturers, they call it PowerPoint for a reason. Yeah? They don't call it power essays or ayat-ayat power. You meant to put only points there when you click your slides. It's different from presenting or using PowerPoint to do a walking paper, right? Where the font size pun kecil and you can write a lot there. But when you present it, the same walking paper should look differently on slides. Slides will only put the point. Too much text. Or maybe color yang what we call as rainbow presentation. Kadang-kadang bikin sakit mata sudah. Especially now when you spend hours in Zoom, avoid this. Okay? Overly complex visual. Clip art used to be popular. Nowadays, the trending is more on icons, using icons, this and that. So always be trending as well. So these are the 3 basic PowerPoint failures yang saya selalu jumpa for the past 10 years, and it's still happening now. It's still happening now. And it annoys people. Yeah. This is the study done back in 2015. What annoys PowerPoint? Annoying PowerPoint. The top there, more than 70%. And I think most of you would have experienced this in seminars atau maybe lectures kan. Kau na bagi handouts sudah. Sudah lah tu handouts kan. Yang orang bilang full sentences text again. All there written. And then the presenter presented. Then reading it from the slides. A very good topic presented that way. After 5 minutes, you start to see people standing up, keluar minum kopi. Because it annoys them. Kau boleh baca sendiri, kau sudah baca, kau baca lagi di sana in front. Yeah, so what's the point? It annoys people, yeah, more than 70%. Yang tidak boleh baca lagi tu, the text kecil. When you're in front of your laptop, size 12 pun nampak besar, kan? But you have to imagine it. You are far away when you're presenting. Even in using online, kan? You should adjust on the text punya sizes. Yeah. And the complex visual. Kadang-kadang orang mau they capture the whole statistics data. Yang dia mau casting betul-betul just the total. So be creative and crop somewhere here and there and put the reference. Yeah. You want your slides to be effective. At least don't make your slides annoying. Yeah. For the lecturers, if you find your students keep on sleeping, maybe you need to change your slides a bit. Because the study says there, the audience may get bored. And they lose attentions. Your slides must be attention grabbing to be effective. Ya, dan kalau dia bikin berantang lagi, kalau orang sama bilang bikin gergitan, sana lah itu. And if you're pitching and your slides alone already orang bilang bikin gergitan, mungkin that will affect the point system juga, the markings. But how to fix this? How to fix this? Yeah, these are done all on PowerPoint. PowerPoint works wonders nowadays. It's actually not just to make slides, but it's a good design tool. Yeah, a lot of features. I have 2 days workshop juga untuk me how to make use and create a better PowerPoint. This is just a preview. How to fix it? Yeah. Over the years, not make your slides can annoying. text, colors, and images. These are three basic rules. If you follow these three basic rules, at least your slides tidak bikin meradang, orang bilang. Yeah, not annoying. And this will be very useful tips for you. If you're already working there and you are asked to do a presentation and you're using PowerPoint, follow these three basic rules. Text, mesti yang boleh baca. It's big enough. Yeah. The key messages there that you want to put at least minimum 24 points in sizes. Yeah. This, what you see here is exactly 24 points. Yeah. And font styles yang senang dibaca, easy to read. Yeah. And easy to read serif or sans serif. Yeah. Yang when you click, easy for them to identify the letters there. If you use too much of the calligraph style, sometimes you don't know whether itu T ka J. So leave that one at the thank you. So use text which are easier to read, the font easier to read, and the sizes. Fix this first. Second thing, colors. Okay. The color contrast. Ada yang background and the background is almost the same colors as the font or vice versa. And susah mau baca. Ya, bila susah mau baca bikin sakit hati itu. Yeah. So good and bad examples, but colors are subjective. If you know how to use the features in PowerPoint and kasih keluar kau punya color contrast itu, it can become more attractive. Yeah, and use not more than 4 colors in your presentations. That's what they recommended. Macam minimalist lah. Be a minimalist a bit, but don't be a fake minimalist. Fake minimalist is what we call black and white, plain and no images. That is very, very what we call fake minimalist. They call themselves minimalist, but we call them fake minimalist. So go in between. Play with some colors. Like this one, I purposely put it there, and maybe it's hard for you to see. But if you know how to make use of the features, you'll see the difference. So fix your color contrast. And of course, be trendy. Nowadays, the trending color are pastel color. Yeah, you don't just depends on the PowerPoint punya color scheme. Or cari di Google, you find it in Google. You just nowadays the latest at least the 2013 punya version of PowerPoint, you can do eyedrop. Yeah, eyedrop, you just click the color you want and paste it there. So you'll have, and the trending colors now are pastels. So use that. Yeah. Images. Why images? Okay. Like I said before, some people are fake minimalists. It's just a very plain font, black and white. Tira gambar. It's not that, so interesting to say. Because of this. Yeah. Images, orang bilang says 1,000 words. If you put like this one, owls and eyesight, apa yang dia mau tulis di sini, if you put a slides like this, people have to read. It may take them 5-10 minutes. And what's it telling you is how good the eyesight of this owl at night. Compare with image sini yang at night and you see the owl and I see you. You get, the thing is, for effective punya slides and effective page, the moment you click, you have delivered the message across to the audience before even you say it. Okay? So images play a very important role to minimize the text that you use and it becomes more attractive kalau kau gunakan dengan dengan betul ya. And use relevant images of course. Kalau kau punya topik pasal makanan, then choose a topic apa makanan. Kalau topik kau pasal goreng pisang, then images of pisang, goreng pisang is there. Jangan tiba-tiba pula ada image ayam atau pemandangan yang tiada kaitan. So make use of the images to make your slides more effective. Relevant images. Why is this? Now, you want a person to remember what you have said, what you have presented. So kalau just a plain text like that without images, after 3 days, they cannot remember 10% of it. And in pitch Borneo, it's very important bila if you're the first one, pitch kau punya idea, you want the judges to still remember what you have pitched when it comes to Q&A at the end. That's why images is very powerful to make people remember better and become more effective. Okay. Engaging presentations. Once you have a good slides, you need a good structure to present. And ini juga will affect your susunan of your slides, yeah, your delivery, your body language. And some people mungkin think, oh, body language, apa itu? I'll show you how important body language is later on. And the best way, if you want to enhance your presentation skills, of course, if you have a Toastmasters club, that's one venue. And I think UMS ada itu University Toastmasters, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. These are some points to remember. Think of it. Yeah. What do you want people to see? Yeah. How you want to present it effectively. And the best way is it's like a story lah. Bila kau if you tell a story, terus kau masuk from the middle part of it, nobody will understand. There is a format of the beginning, content, and the end of it. And always put yourself from the audience point of view or from the investor's point of view. What do you think they would like to hear from? So basically, when you do the outline, of course, kau beritahu dorang apa kau mau beritahu, lepas tu kau beritahu apa yang kau sudah beritahu. Just as simple as that. The same thing as what you've learned in your primary school or your secondary school when you're asked to do kau punya essay. So the same thing when you do outline structures of your presentations is the same. Yeah, they have the opening, then the contents and the summary. Yeah. Opening. When it comes to a 5 minutes pitch, you don't spend too much time at the opening. Enough to say your name and what is your idea. Yeah, a general descriptions of it, of your idea. Because some people say, okay, for example, my name is so and so. My idea is Cukubi. When you use a name or title or some branding name, and people may not understand it because they're baru, kan? So you need to have a short description. My idea is Cukubi. We just actually krepek yang dibuat daripada daun pucuk ubi. Yeah. So then that's why they call it ubi. A general description. So I think for this one, less than 30 seconds you can cover sudah. Less than 10 seconds you can cover sudah. So that you have more time untuk kau punya content. Because when it comes to pitch, it's a very short 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah. 3 minutes, 5 minutes saja. There you go. When it comes to the content, this is where you dig out more on your BMC. Your BMC provides the information of the value proposition, your whole business model, how big is your market, kau punya target market, how you make money. If you're doing apps, what sort of technology you using, what sort of platform kau pakai. How do you make use of that 20K? What is your resources plan, and so on. And you do the closing again, not more than 10% there. With a summary to agree on them, to make them feel that they will lose a lot if they don't invest in you, thing like that. Macam yang kalau insurance agent tu, dia punya closing normally make you feel like macam besok kamu mati sudah kalau kau tidak ambil insurance. So the same thing when you pitch an idea, make them feel that it's your golden opportunity. Kalau dia tidak invest, bakal dia rugi besar. That's it. Yeah. In pitch Borneo, this is what you use in judging as a judging criteria, and it is also a guideline for our mentoring lah. Yeah. The general descriptions, yeah, your whole business, value proposition. You can dig this out from your BMC. Innovation. We always look at apa inovasi kau bawa, because without innovations, you'll die. Yeah, we have to keep on innovate nowadays in order to be relevant. Your product or services, customer validations, whether customer really accepts your ideas or not, and business model, basically how you make money, boleh untung atau tidak, because investors will look at that, and of course executions. Yeah. Sometimes your a good idea may have orang bilang 300% dia punya ROI, but you have to wait another 3 years baru kita boleh start dia bilang, because the technology is not available or this raw material is not available here. We have to wait for the pandemic to be over. Somebody who pitch tourism idea sekarang will be a bit hard, yeah, because you don't know. Orang bilang another 2 years, orang bilang another 3 years. So that the execution part, pelaksanaan dia tu a bit hard, even though the return might be good, kan? So they might as well invest in something yang return there maybe just 50, 100%, but they can start straight away tomorrow. So basically in all other business pitches, you need this information. You need this information. And in Pitch Borneo, this is what the Pitch Borneo canvas. Yeah, the introductions where if you relate back sama yang si Cukubi punya tadi itu, it's all, but we'll start with what is the problem. Yeah, why you want to do it actually? What is the problem? And this whole thing is actually more of a value proposition. Solution. Then you come up with this is my solutions, your product or services, perkenalkan what is the value proposition, customer accept, how does it make money? So excuse me. So if you are an investor, you will have this in mind. The first thing in their mind when you introduce a business would be, kenapa itu? Kenapa dia buat? Why? Why you want to do this business? Yeah. People accept or not? Boleh buat duit ke atau tidak? And lalu fikir, okay, what do you need for the investment? What would be the impact? So we arrange this in accordance to at least what would the investors expect. Okay, no time break, sorry. Are you ready to pitch? Now, you have your business idea, you have your pitch deck nicely laid out, and the pitch slides, and then you're ready to pitch online. I'll show you another video. Yang tadi tu cukup itu is already in the market. They started with they have some customer validation. But what about a very conceptual idea? What's the chances of getting the investors to support you? You may notice yang dia gunakan to strengthen the customer validations kan. They did a survey more than 400 So it's a very good data to convince the judges. Diorang ni top 10 juga last day. Even though it's just conceptual ideas, but they presented it well. And you can see diorang punya cara presentation sudah ada lain sikit. And even diorang punya slides that they present is have already ada theme color, so it's quite attractive and effective and very engaging, orang bilang. The first 90 seconds is very important. That's that part where you must be able to grab the judges' punya attentions. And we've seen people with very good ideas kan, tapi dia drag on too long on talking about himself or herself, the person. Too much about the introduction sampai 3 minit sudah, and had no time to put up the rest. So it's very important for your first 90 seconds. What is the idea pitch? It's basically to get support, to convince them to like your idea at least for the first 90 seconds. It's an art, and you can be very creative, especially with online. It's an art to convince someone. And investors, when it comes to pitching, it's always equals to money. Yeah, it's the most valuable. Kalau kau 5 minit and you given 20K if you win, kan? That's your 1 minute is 4K. So you just imagine that if you win 200,000, in fact. Yeah. Now, the golden circle, the flow of pitch has always been this type. And in whatever you do, even on pitching on something else, you look at this one. Now, most of the time, what happens is this, what we call the salesman's pitch, car salesman's pitch. Kalau kau pergi car showroom, any car showroom, most of the time you'll get the salesman show you the car, the engine dia berapa besar, dia punya rim apa size, di dalam leather kan tidak, kan manual or auto, all about what is the car. Kan? And bila kau started to get a bit interested, wow, dia kasi kau, okay, this is how you can apply for the loan, how you can buy the car. And very seldom they touches on the why, which is actually the most important. Kalau kau sudah ada 10 MyV, you go to car showrooms that sells MyV. If you don't have a reason to buy another MyV, kan, you wouldn't buy. But if the salesman gives you a reason to buy another one, you will buy. And this is the golden circle developed by Apple, in fact. Yeah, and this is how they pitch sales from punya product. And you can see all even the advertisement there, it actually gives you the reason. They start with this one first. So your pitch is also start with why you do it. So you give a reason dari awal for the investors to support you. It'd be easier for you to convince. Yeah. If you look at Apple punya advertisement pun, it touches on lifestyle. They make you feel kan, yang kalau kau tiada the latest iPhone, macam kau ketinggalan. Some people sanggup bermalam camp, especially in the Western countries kan, to get the first latest iPhone. Yeah. They give you a reason to own it. Not so much on what are the features there. Bila kau tertarik sudah, baru you'll find out, okay, how to get, how. By the time kau sampai di kedai, barulah the salesman will tell you, okay, these are the features. You have a strong reason to buy sudah. By the time you reach home, you won't be able to remember, or there are hundreds of features di iPhone yang sudah 2-3 tahun kau pakai, kau pun belum tahu semua. Because you already the thing is, they already given you a reason to buy. At the end of it, paling-paling pun buat call, antar WhatsApp and all that. Ambil gambar, that's it. But there are other features there yang sudah kena kita, tapi you slowly then find out to this. The thing is, they already sold you the phone because they give you a strong reason to buy. The same thing when you pitch, give the investors a strong reason to support you. And slowly move on. So it should start from here. So the same thing with our pitch. Apa problem there? What is the solutions? Why you do it? The value proposition is the why factor. Nah, kalau orang kita bilang kalau hendak 1000 you'll find out, you'll figure out, ya. Kalau hendak 1000 daya, you have that strong reason to get it, you'll find out how. You have strong reason to get the 20K, you'll find out where to get a good internet connections. Something for you to think about. Okay. Sorry, no time break, ya. Okay. Body speaks. Why this is important. Okay. There is a meaning in every movement, your gestures. Kalau geleng kepala pun people know that even if you don't speak it out, or reject. How you react on something is also people can read maybe of your emotions, your emotional conditions. There are differences of somebody yang depressed dengan somebody yang very happy. You can read just from their body language, kan? Because ini yang people say you cannot control, but can control. Yeah, the body language tells something else. Yeah, why we use body language? Rather than saying the whole sentences, can we just say, and people know, and it also reinforces words. When you're so passionate about something, your body language tells that the other sides that you are orang bilang bersungguh-sungguh sudah. Bersungguh-sungguh. So people, the investors or the judges knows whether you are really into your business or not. When you pitch. And this is a studies done. You can see. In fact, verbal is only 7%. And the rest of it, your body language sudah 55%. The tone of your voice is sudah 38%. So it comes to believability. When you pitch, it's all about believability. Kau bayangkan, more than half is influenced by non-verbal. Because people can tell sometimes if you lie. The tone of your voice, there is a different, kalau di Sabah kan, there is a different meaning. Kalau the best example yang baru-baru is when you use the word kan, different meaning. Kalau itu kan panjang saya, kan, different meaning, different tone. Kan, more like a question. When say kan, different meaning again. So the way you use the tone gives a different meaning to the same word. The same thing when you pitch. Your tone reflects on judge's side how convincing you are and how effective. In fact, words only 7%. And I've always tell my participants, don't worry about having the same ideas with the other participants. Sebab ada juga yang ide diorang tak lebih kurang sama. Or participants yang pitch this time tidak dapat final. but pitch the same idea next time P final pula, because the same ideas pitch, if you pitch differently, will give different result. Even though if you give to 5 people the same script, you give to 5 people the same script, it will give different result because they all present with different body language. So people can look at your body language from your posture and delivery. Always remain calm. Don't be nervous. Kasih tarik nafas supaya itu jantung tidak berdegup-degup. So you can control how you speak clearly. Jangan terlalu cepat. Use of language kalau di Sabah katalah mix kan. If you want to use the props or other equipments, of course, your body language is part of your delivery. Part of your delivery. The tone of voice macam yang saya bilang tadi, from kan to kan. Kalau kita di Sabah kita paham lah itu. Kalau yang orang kasih tunjuk berapa jauh lagi bilang, kalau bilang sana macam dekat saya itu. Kalau sana jauh sedikit, kalau sana dia bilang jauh lah itu. So the same word with different pitch, different voice, different volume, different tone gives different meaning. Yeah, it's not what you say, but how you say it that makes it different. But always present from the point of view, remember, from the point of view of the judges atau the investors. And most investors orang bilang, some of them are risk takers. They decide from their punya naluri. And normally in pitch bonding we have 3 judges. Sometimes ada idea yang dia punya points, markings kan differs a lot. It's important. Use your emotions to pitch. Gunakan emosi kamu untuk pitch. Jangan pitch dengan emosi. Ada difference dia. One is you're in control of your emotions. The other one is the emotions yang control kau. It doesn't work when you beg, nangis sudah because you can control your emotions to get something. Because you're not a baby. Okay? And using the emotions to pitch. Emotions meaning, kalau kamu you want to emphasize on something, use that to strengthen. Jangan yang monoton saja. Yang sebagai contoh, barang ini adalah unik dan satu-satunya yang boleh memperbaiki performance. Dengan something yang produk saya ini sesuatu yang paling unik dan inilah yang boleh memperbaiki sesuatu. The emotions is there. Orang bilang kau punya semangat itu, the judges can tell whether you are really into your business or not. Because people buy because of emotion. Bila Valentine's Day saja, kalau hari-hari biasa sepuntung bunga rose will price about what 10 12 ringgit. Tapi bila Valentine's Day saja 20-30 ringgit pun orang beli. Lagi banyak orang beli. Because people buy because of emotions. Never let your emotions overpower your intelligence. Which is all about this passion. When you are passionate, you are there. Let me show you what passion is.
Saya kasih inovasi macam-macam produk yang saya beli buat di sini. Jadi saya coba langsung itu kulit hari ini pas saya jualnya di Google. Jadi itu kulit yang kita potong begitu saja. Jadi kita perlu buat kulit lupin kan.
Some of you may notice Professor Ramza Dambul, one of our judges 2019. Okay. You can see dia punya passion is really there. Besides the idea, quite good. Dia buat ini anti dari Ranau ni. Buat PowerPoint pun dia dah tahu. So she got her sister to help out with the young present. But you can see the passion is there. The passion is really there. Okay. The other part of speech will be the Q&A with the judges. Ya, kadang-kadang idea sudah bagus, tapi during Q&A ada yang patah. Ya. And the best thing about Q&A is this is the time yang kau boleh explain further, and also for the judges or the investors to know further about your business idea. Ya, dan I've seen a few yang good idea kan, tapi salah jawab time pitch. And salah satu contoh, there was one yang dulu dia punya idea was really good. Yeah, it's about fashion, Borneo fashions and all that. And at the end of it, itu judges tanya bonus questions. Dan kalau kau nak tanya ini kan, it's like a very good chances sudah bah. And the judges tanya, what are you going to use? Kalau kau dapat 20k, what are you going to use 20k? Just simply dia jawab, I will buy stock. I can see the judges punya face kind of bit disappointed dengan jawapan. Yeah. If you come to pitch Borneo, or if you go to any pitch and you said you want to get the funding, the grant untuk buy stock saja, it defeat the whole purpose. Ya, yeah? Nanti itu kedai-kedai runcit semua pun datang di tempat kami because they have a good business running and saja untuk dapat duit supaya beli stok. No? Kalaulah dia jawab yang I will use that to invest in new machinery supaya boleh print lagi bagus itu fabric, senang-senang dapat 20K. Idea bagus sudah, tapi patah hujung. If there is some questions that you don't know, kan, menghapus saja. That kalau tidak, kau kurang tahu tentang itu, then we'll find out further. Ya, we'll find out further. Setakat ini ada yang menanyakan di any questions kayak yang keluar? Tiada?
Tiada.
Okay, in that case, I'll show you one last video. Ini satu contoh lagi business pitch atau idea pitch yang menggunakan sketsa. Very kreatif dorang sekarang. Some of you may know this guy. Ini peserta 2019. This will be a closing lah. Ya, dia kurang terus. Halo, kami merupakan sebuah produksi di One Stop Center. Kami menyediakan sebuah produksi, menyediakan alat-alat perjalanan sekiranya ada. Iya. Oke. Ada satu program. Yang kesatuan, kami punya servis merangkumi produksi hingga pasca produksi. Selain itu kami punya tenaga kerja juga adalah orang-orang sampai di One Stop Center ini dapat mengurangkan kos, penerbitan video dan film. Sesuatu produksi, samping dapat menyediakan banyak peluang pekerjaan. Pada perempuan, bagi pekerjaan baru dan lama. Dapat fokus yang oleh daripada industri kreatif itu tentang berbagai diri dan juga. Tapi potensi oleh lebih dari ada 30.000 dan penting. Sewaan peralatan pengembangan lebih ada. Dan 10% dari gaji pekerja produksi. 20% dari oleh berbagai pelanggan sektor swasta dan kerajaan IP dan workshop pembangunan. Saya perlu menaik para enterprise ini ke Sungai Bahar dan mendapatkan lesen penerbit dari content provider TV dan film. Ada yang 3.000 untuk Sungai Bahar, 2.000 untuk lesen penerbit film, 2.000 untuk masyarakat dalam film. Menjadi content provider TV dan film sekaligus
kampus boleh menerbitkan rancangan sendiri untuk stesen TV dan film. Pada masa yang sama, bina rangkaian dengan produksi-produksi lain menyediakan servis kreatif kepada mereka. Bangun cari kreatif kreatif di Sabah sekaligus menyediakan banyak peluang kerja di bidang yang dia baru kemudian. Statistik saat ini hanya berkembang, tetapi masalah yang dihadapi adalah minat dari generasi seperti saya maupun Indonesia tahap yang lebih tinggi. Cara yang terbaik dalam menyediakan platform catalyst atau supporting condition makin meningkat, tetapi kontrol perkembangan dari masalah sebutkan tadi masalah ada tapi hubungan dari Anda boleh realisasikan solusi jatuh tentang maju industri film Sabah dan Anda. Ya,
Thank you for making this. Yeah. I was just finding that one of the best pitch video 2011, 2019. And then ya dia di peserta distrik yang for pitch Borneo. From Tambunan. Kalau saya pandang Tambunan kenal lah dia tu. Sunduk Film something gitu. Ya. Time Q&A with the judges, and I would expect that he'll be one of yang di final. And if you think that he'll be dia punya idea ni akan ke final dan even top 10, you're not wrong. I'll vote the same. Tapi time Q&A itu sananya yang ada yang jawapan yang orang bilang tidak berapa tepat di sana, salah jawab, that cost him the place to the final. Yang dia terperangkap dengan juri punya soalan yang sebabkan dia gemur sikit, kan? Dan dia sedar lepas tu bila dia tanya, dia sedar yang dia salah jawab juga. So, sayang dia tidak terpilih ke final. But this year ada dua peserta yang dari Tambunan yang masuk di final dan menggunakan khidmat dia untuk buat dia punya pitch video, and both this pitch video were the best. Were the best. So, kadang-kadang idea itu bagus sudah, kadang-kadang kita boleh patah hujung time Q&A. So all these areas are important. All these areas are important when you want to pitch your ideas, ya. When you want to pitch your ideas. Daripada preparations of the BMCs to get all the important elements to put in your pitch slides. Bila kau dah pitch slides sudah, you make a very good effective pitch slides, then you do your pitch video nowadays, or pitch it live. But the Q&A part at the end with the judges is also a very important part. Because sanalah yang judges will find out further about your commitment, about your ideas, and jangan salah jawab lah. Kadang-kadang salah jawab itu yang bikin judges kurang terus markah. So this is pitching for you, and if you have any questions nanti, maybe you can also post later on in the YouTube that put up live, and hopefully maybe UMS will give the link and I could also answer from there. But life itself is a pitch, not the one with the B, tapi with the pitch. Because every day actually we pitch for something. We pitch for something, we pitch to get funding, we pitch to get something from someone. Even a little baby pitch to get milk. They use their emotion. So if you are a final year students and you are expecting some job interviews, this might help you as well to prepare yourself, because life nowadays is a pitch. The thing is whether you're ready or not. Are you ready to pitch? Back to you. Okay, is that platform is yours now? Thank you. Thank you to UMS for giving this opportunity lah.
Thank you very much to Mr. Saverinus. It was very interesting and wonderful topic that it is important for us students. We all know that pitching is one of the skills that is most important. Therefore, for us students, we must learn and apply it in our life. So I can conclude that pitching idea is one of the way on how we can convince our audience or investor or maybe judges to accept our idea. So that pitching idea, we must present it not more than 5 minutes, but the idea of the presentation must be powerful and good enough so that they will accept our idea and make them feel regret if they do not choose our idea. So the most important in pitching is be brave and must know what are we going to present about. So next, we move on to Q&A session. So any student who have question, you can write down in YouTube chat and I will read it to Mr. Saverinus. So we have first question from Movie Night. Wow, very nice name. So from Movie Night, he asked, bagaimanakah untuk menghilangkan rasa nervous apabila presentation ataupun semasa belajar?
For presentations, belajar pun nervous lah sekarang. Okay, what makes you nervous, kan? Bila kau nervous, normally yang degup jantung tu yang kedup. Makin dia rancak, makinlah tambah nervous, kan? So you treat that one first. So normally I always tell my participants, even in Toastmasters or siapa yang mau present, kan, to treat that first. Kasih calm dia dulu. And the best advice from many others, kan, to calm down kau punya heartbeat itu, is dia yang makin kedup-kedup, buat breathing exercise. Because once you do a breathing exercise, kan, you notice that kau punya heartbeat pun slows down. Yeah, normally when people do exercises, kan, dia punya heartbeat berdegup untuk to cool down, they normally do breathing exercise juga. And you'll find that kau punya heartbeat pun slows down. Once your heartbeat slows down, and of course your nervousness pun turun juga itu. So you'll be able to be more in control. Yeah, and you may notice kalau during some people kalau dia buat speech, kan, ada yang use what we call to divert your nervousness to something else. Macam ada yang suka pegang-pegang the ring finger, they call it, kan, while they're presenting or berucap. This is to divert your nervousness to something else. Ya, ada yang suka pegang-pegang telinga Prince Charles, I think pegang telinga dia panjang gitu. Ya. Or kalau lagi ada yang suka pegang-pegang kaki. Something that would not be too obvious tapi dia divert away the nervousness. If it's too obvious, kan, people notice that you're nervous. Yeah, sometimes orang, the body language will show. Yeah, sometimes kalau yang lelaki lah, yang biasa taruh itu dua-dua tangan dalam poket. I know we know that you're nervous, you put inside kau punya poket selalu kan dua-dua, then goyang. It's too obvious the nervousness itu. Yeah, so do something else yang to divert the nervousness yang tidak berapa ketara. Yeah, yang with your fingers lah, ada yang just touching the cufflink. Yeah, and sometimes kalau yang ada jacket there, people hold on to a lapel to feel secure. Yeah, feel secure and to be in control. That makes them be in control. So your body language itself sometimes ada yang automatic tanpa sadar kan, but you actually try to calm yourself. But whatever works that effectively, tapi before you start, normally do a breathing exercise to calm you down. Get the heartbeat lower, and during the presentations, do something yang not so obvious to divert the nervousness yang tinggal sikit-sikit. That's normally the advice that I give to people. Okay.
Okay, thank you for the answer. Okay, next I have a question for myself. Basically, everyone has an idea on how to do a business or how to do pitching, but some of them are afraid to expand this idea or to contribute this idea because they're afraid they might be fail or they afraid the idea might be rejected. So, do you have any tips on how to convince them to proceed this idea, or do you think it's possible to proceed this idea, or they just learn more before they want to present about this idea?
Okay. There are three things that normally for the past 10 years can I found on participants. They have a fear of the idea is not good enough. They're not confident lah, and they have a fear of ideas rejected, failure. They have a fear. And the other one is they're afraid that idea diorang kena curi. Okay. The good thing about having platform macam Pitch Borneo or other pitching platform kan, this is the place for you to orang bilang dare to fail. Daripada kau fail outside and you lose a lot of money, join macam Pitch Borneo ni, this pitching platform where you get mentoring, people to refine your ideas and a chance to do to learn about pitching and also to, well, who knows, you in funding. Yeah, this is the best place for you to fail. And not all the top 10 sana tu dia masuk terus final terus top 10, tidak. Some of them join 2-3 kali. Yeah, 2-3 kali baru they win the top 10. If you know Arnab Village, si Jubair, he pitched 2015, pitched again 2016, the same ideas, then top 10. So he started from there, from the 20K kan, to a big business now. And in 2018, di WhatsApp saya, we hit revenue of 1 million revenue in our business. I think he's a graduate from UMS. And then, if people who fear diorang punya idea kena curi, sebab idea diorang yang paling baru lah kan. But kalau if you think your idea is new, kau Google saja, you'll find that there could be hundreds, 200s of similar ideas yang kau ada di sana. And okay, let me give you examples of 3%, A, B, and C lah. A bilang dia ada idea, very excited about it. Di mana-mana dia pergi punya kasau yang boy, idea dia memang boleh tahan. He'll become rich with that. Tapi dia tidak pernah bagi tahu macam mana idea dia. He's just been telling people that his idea will make him rich. One day the idea died because he died. Kan? So idea mati because dia mati. Orang pun tidak tahu macam mana good dia punya idea is. That's A. B pun bilang he has a very good idea. Make him rich as well. When you're so excited about your ideas, kan memang kau tidak boleh tahan, you will tell your so-called friend, best friend. So B ni bagi tahu with BFF, dia punya best friend forever about his idea. And then dia bagi tahu, bilang, okay, jangan kau bagi tahu orang lain. I'm telling you this because you are my BFF. The thing nowadays is a BFF also have a BFF with another BFF in FB. Okay, also other social medias. Banyak BFF. Few months down the road, somebody actually implement or do that similar idea. So siapa yang dia mau kasih salah? Kan? Orang curi idea dia. Itu idea saya kan? No? Somebody else do it. And C, that person would be somebody with very, dia pun ada idea dia bilang, tapi very different. Dia tidak bagi tahu with BFF saja. This person tell told a group of 30, 40 people. Basically, this person pitch dia punya ideas. When you pitch your ideas with a group of many people, a few things happen. Satu, banyak witnesses there, ramai witnesses there that, well, this is your idea. It is actually the first step of taking ownership of your ideas. This is my idea. The other thing that would happen is you'll get people yang bagi feedback to refine that idea. And the third thing that would happen is there might be somebody there who are willing to invest in your ideas. So like C, they invested in their idea and they made money. So mana kamu, you want to be A, B, or C? If your fear of failure or idea orang nak curi sekarang, I find it no longer relevant lah. It's connectivity is so wide. Orang bilang no boundary. So you would have similar or other people outside there that would have thought of the almost the same ideas macam kita. Cuma you want to implement it saja and get funding, pitch in a bigger crowd. Ada lagi soalan?
Okay, thank you for the answer. Okay, next question. Bagaimanakah cara untuk meningkatkan kaedah untuk menarik minat panel dan menunjukkan kelainan daripada calon lain? Okay, mungkin ada yang sama idea, mungkin ada yang sama dia punya jawapan untuk pitching tu. Jadi di sini dia minta nyatakan mungkin bagi tip macam mana mau bagi idea kita tu, biarpun idea nampak sama tapi memberi kelainan supaya panel tu tertarik dengan idea kita.
Okay, tidak lari di pitch bone kan ada idea yang dekat lebih kurang sama. And t-shirt punya ideas, we have actually funded 1, 2, macam 4 of different dia t-shirt tapi different concept. At one time 2014 ke 26 or 2015 itu ada 2 idea t-shirt and dua-dua pergi final, dua-dua top 10 lah. T-shirt is just a t-shirt, plain t-shirt, but what makes a difference in value is what you print on it. Salah satu daripada idea t-shirt yang time itu was she was a teacher. Dia punya idea dia mau orang bilang pelihara and promote ini motif murid. So dia mau print itu motif murid sana, and dia punya first editions was called Sinimpung. So dia bagi erti apa tu Sinimpung at the back of the t-shirt beside printing it on a t-shirt. So dia bagi it gives macam the new generations a way to learn and appreciate and get to know the meaning of ini motif murid ini. Okay, so that is a value itself, yeah, and I call it Sinimpung. And sampai sekarang, in fact kami selalu pakai dia punya motif. Yeah, in fact this is salah satu daripada motif dia. This motif murid ini called Sinimpung. Sinimpung means unity, yeah, unity. So selalu kami guna juga ni because it has value to us lah, kan. And sampai sekarang kami masih order kami punya t-shirts dari dia, so we support our local. And the other one, yeah, at the same time, which t-shirt punya idea was student and a lecturer di Kitingan Vocational. Dia punya idea also t-shirt, tapi dia punya konsep was different. Dia target yang muda-muda, and dia punya design also trendy. Target yang muda-muda. So similar ideas but presented differently on value propositions different and the target market different. So you have to be innovative lah. Innovative in many ways how to convince judges. So dua-dua ini masuk final, masuk top 10. Ada lagi? Yeah. So untuk menarik minat panel, it's always the value propositions lah. That is the the heart of the whole pitch, yeah, for the judges, investors, or even your customers.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Saverinus. So, is there any question?
Yeah, and then kalau sesiapa yang berminat itu untuk join Pitch Borneo, you can find us at www.pitchborneo.com. Yeah, pitchborneo.com. Okay, a bit of a bit of apa itu promo lah sikit kan. Wait a minute, nanti saya kasih bagi kamu tu site.
Okay, I think that's it from us. So I hope you all enjoy this amazing and interesting presentation by our wonderful speaker today. Thank you very much to thank you very much to Mr. Sabrinan for giving tips and giving information how to do pitching properly. So the link for registration and e-certificate is now being shared for all students. So if you want the certificate, you must fill in the form and then you will get the certificate. So that's all for me. Once again, I'd like to thank you to our speaker today. Thank you very much. So thank you for spending your time and give talk about the pitching. And thank you for all of the students for spending your time to listen about this program. So that's all for me. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you, Izat, and thank you, UMS. Stay safe.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, madam. Thank you very much.
Phillip.